back. Welcome back, folks, to SkullPunch in Boston. It has been exactly a week since our last playthrough. Let's go ahead and load it up. Where was I last? I think this is from a little test play I did just a moment ago, so we're not going to load up that one. We have lots of people in the chat talking about unarmed combat, so I may go into that today, but this round, let's go ahead and recap what we did last time, and the time before. The first session, of course, we got our Furious Power Fist, which is our sword in this playthrough. Last session, we got the most powerful under armor in the game, although we can still make it stronger by gaining some skill advances. From this point on, we're pretty much off the rail. We have both our sword and shield to actually be effective in this playthrough. So from this point, we can do pretty much whatever we want. Which is important, right? We're here with our friend Garvey, so let's go ahead and get moving. Our plan for this one, at least starting out, is to get Nick Valentine out of this goddamn subway. Let's go ahead and disarm that, because there's a bomb on the wall. So, like I was saying before, our chanters were talking all about unarmed combat, and of course I am a veteran of such things. Many of you, especially in the chat here today, have watched me play through a variety of games, using nothing but unarmed combat. Whether it is Daggerfall or... one second here. Whether it's Daggerfall or New Vegas, or even Fort Zombie, you've seen me punch the shit out of things time and time again. And what came up this time was like Skyrim. Skyrim is pretty goddamn awful when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, compared to like the other Elder Scrolls. Let's go ahead and take some Psycho Buff, which we are now addicted to because of course we are. We'll take some Mentats, because we need some damage resistance and some damage output. Plus we have tons of resources, so we might as well, right? Let's go ahead and drink. Let's also go ahead and favorite this, so I don't have to do it as much. Are you still thirsty? You piece of crap. Must be because you're addicted. Drink it again. You're still parched. Drink it again. Okay.
Fucking cow!
Let's go ahead and pounce out of here. And here it comes, wait for it. Bam! Like I was saying, Skyrim, pretty goddamn awful. Awful. I was about to say pretty goddamn all dragon, but no, he's right there. Hey there, all dragon, not awful. He's a good man. But in Skyrim, they got rid of the hand-to-hand capability, and my goodness, there's a few of you. One reason I kind of wanted to have damage resistance, so I could withstand some of those slings and arrows. Hey, good job, Garvey, you're contributing. In Skyrim, they got rid of the hand-to-hand skill, which is pretty terrible. So there's only 3 ways you could really get better at hand-to-hand, which was through enchantment cheese, through this perk in the, what was it? Heavy armor tree. And there's one other one. I said the enchantment and the other thing. It doesn't matter. Either way, there wasn't a direct skill to, like, increase your damage output. On top of that, you also couldn't enchant any kind of fist weapon, which made you even more fucked. All those capabilities were not yours as an unarmed, and that's why I really couldn't play that on as high a level. More targets. Let's go for you. You're looking at Garvey. Boop. Where are they? Sometimes it's easy to get turned around in VATS. Also, I hope you folks are enjoying the better frame rate, because I actually should go through that first. You'll notice the frame rate is just worlds better. I was actually playing with ultra quality last time, and that'll do it. I'm still playing in borderless windowed mode, so it's not completely terrible, but it's down to high now, and I've also turned off anti-aliasing and all that fun stuff. So now you can actually get more than 5 frames per second. Or 1 per second in some cases last session and the session before. Of course, we won't really see the real effects until we're outside of Vault 114, which we're about to enter. I actually do enjoy the combat in this game as far as Unarmed is concerned. It could be better, could have a few more varieties as far as weapons are concerned, but it's still pretty good, especially the fights with, like, Swan. Hey, you got a bat. You had a bat. Go ahead and pick up your stuff. Duct tape. Also, don't be surprised if I press F a few times trying to pick up things, because I've been playing a lot of BioShock this week. Primarily because I just wanted to, and I had never played BioShock 2, and to pick up things in that game, you press F. And you press F a lot. All kinds of good stuff in here. What are the Triggermen? They are specific to this mission. I think you might see them in a few other ones, but we'll figure out exactly who they are in time. I opened it. Good job. Like, if we look at the quest line, let's see. Yeah, Unlucky Valentine. It didn't tell us, but I think his secretary told us that we're going after some kind of Malone fella. Or he was going after some kind of Malone fella, and he never really came back. So, we followed it to here. Purified water. We'll go ahead and pick up that. And that's kind of what the Triggermen are. I think they're underlings of this Malone fella. Anyway, back to BioShock. I was playing BioShock 2 and also BioShock Infinite.
Why the hell would anyone build a
BioShock 2 I'd never played before, and it is just a pretty damn good game. Gameplay-wise, pretty damn fun.
Use it, you moron. We used to pull this kind of con all the time back before the war. Get a bunch of union boys to work some construction job that would go nowhere. Keep everyone on payroll.
So they were never supposed to use this vault, huh?
Who's there?
We'll try to get a little bit of dialogue in there, right? Boom! And one for you. That's right, right in the stuff. Yeah, I really enjoy the gameplay of, that thing actually, that vacuum tube looks like one of those hacking dealies from BioShock 2. What is it doing in that game? You should definitely play it, Savage. It's better than one gameplay-wise. It's kind of hard to match the writing of one, but the gameplay is definitely a step up, in my opinion. I mean, you play as a Big Daddy of all things. How could it not be great? This is definitely where we need our drugs. Those legs are just for display purposes. We don't really need them for anything too extreme, right?
Dead.
The tales of my death are greatly exaggerated, sir. Whoop, god damn it, Lethal. I wanted to drink. Accidentally took another stim pack.
Oh, I'll find you.
You'll find me? Where'd he go? He's over there! He's over there! Also, one time or another, I need to use the nothing personnel kid trope. Or meme, or whatever you want to call it. Garvey, did you take them out? I expect them to be dead. Well, you're over here. I guess that counts for something. Counts to just... Oh, am I out of AP? I'm out of AP. That's unfortunate. Oh, you got one, Garvey. Look at you contributing. Boop.
Okay.
Right on the snoot. Oh, I'm doing great, Garvey. I'm gonna be addicted to Psycho Buff, but I'm doing fine. Yeah, Infinite, on the other hand, BioShock Infinite, kind of a disappointment, except for the writing. The writing's definitely fun in that game, but
Shouldn't hide.
the gameplay,
Very correct.
holy shit, it gets kind of bad. Especially near the end, where it's all, oh, you know all those upgrades you put into weapons? It'd be a shame if you could find none of those weapons around
I'll
anywhere.
find you.
Garvey, be careful. There's a gaping hole in the floor.
You don't find many of those anymore.
You don't find many gaping holes in the floor anymore. If I wanted to save, there's a saving place, but saving. I mean, if I save and sleep, I'm gonna lose this awesome, where is it? Yeah, the adrenaline. I'm getting plus 20 damage right now. How many levels of that? It's gonna be 4. Yeah. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep...
Fraidy cat. Too scared.
Oh, come on. You were pre-firing before I hit the granules here. Gonna pick up that. Anything else? Telephone, bobby pins. I'm sure Garvey will be down here any moment. Oh, there he is. Also, I didn't realize how many set pieces there are in Bioshock Infinite. I'm all, come on, let me play the game. Of course, the first one goes on forever, but it's a nice introduction to the game. Let's get that Abraxo for the fiberglass. So I'll let that one slide, but the one near the end, which is fine, really, because at that point you're all,
Feeling hungry?
finally, the game's over.
Keep talking, meathead. It'll give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off.
Don't give me that crap, Valentine. You know nothing, you got nothing.
Really? I saw him writing your name down in that black book of his. Lousy, cheating card shark, I think were his exact words.
What
Then he
the?
struck the name across. Fine, that's it. Hey, you! I don't know who you are, but we got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back. Get this door open!
Okay. Random stranger who I kind of know. Oops. Unlock it, unlock it, unlock it. These old computers, they take 1,000 hours to do things. And we will take a number. 998. Good. We'll eventually see the overseer. Hello there, stranger. So what's that? Speech bobblehead?
Hell yeah.
All vendors permanently have more money.
Ah, my knight in shining armor. Question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb for an old private eye.
Well, trying to find my son.
My son,
I guess.
Sean.
I'm covered
was
with blood,
missing.
by the way.
He was kidnapped. But I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid, huh? Well, you came to the right man, if not the right place. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk.
Okay, doke. Let's pick up your tapes.
Malone's crew here used to be small time. Muscled out of the old neighborhood by
Losing
bigger
some frames.
so they
Oh
run
no,
this place.
I'm coming
Don't know
down.
what happened to the previous owners, but they're not exactly around to charge rent. An empty vault. Perfect hideout.
Gonna need some more psycho buff before we go in the next area. Or I could just, you know what? No. Nah. Do I have a dictol? I have one, exactly one addictol. Nah. You know what? We'll just use more psycho buff.
Hold up, I hear some of them coming. There they are. How do you want to play this?
Loud and punchy.
Check on the prisoner. Why does that take so fucking long, huh? Hey, Dino, quit razzing that detective.
I'll just go ahead and zip-zop over here. He takes a swing at me. Taking a swing at my boy? Iron. Is that all of them? I'm almost disappointed. Also, let's grab that mutt fruit. Could be handy later. Iguana bits. Big-ass gun. Garvey, pick up anything you want. Nick, I don't have to tell you what to do. We just met.
Hard and loud, huh? Well, gets the job done.
Well, you know.
Cleans up the floors.
Hard and loud, whether it's here or otherwise, wink. That's how I operate. Braxo, pick it up. Undamaged. Holy shit, it's mint condition NRFB.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open.
Okay, doke.
Almost got it. There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
Maybe there, Savage, maybe. Who? I thought about saying it was John Cena, but nah, I won't go into that whole charade.
Perfect.
More action points.
What?
What? John Cena? He doesn't exist in this universe.
Dirty rats. Making me jumpy.
Why they gotta be dirty?
Oh, I
Any
saw
idea what
something.
all this does?
Huh.
I hear someone.
After all.
I see you adhering to cover. You're doing it wrong.
Don't underestimate us again.
Who's there?
That's right, Nick. Because they're fucking dead. Gotta keep going. Gonna run out of my buff.
Minutemen were involved in this. The Minutemen.
I gotta loosen up.
I thought they were kind of done for. It sounds kind of crazy.
They're gone for good.
Oh, do a little spin for Nick. Showmanship for our new friend, huh?
If you are, this song is about you.
Bowler hat. Wouldn't mind actually having one of those, but I can't armor him.
Nice.
Fishing rod. Holy shit, my prayers are answered. I was hoping for more grenades or something. Where you going, Nick? Nick.
I got nothing.
You causing trouble, Nick? He's causing.
Well, that's one way to get the coolant pumping.
Well, at least Nick can take out things. He's a bit more effective in combat than I've found Garvey to be.
More stairs? Who built this damn vault? A fitness instructor?
Yes, Nick. You're gonna have calves of steel in no time, you whiny bitch.
You playing hide and seek?
Let's go for the far guy. Nothing personnel, kid. Wham! Slam his head against the steel support there. Let's go ahead and put that back. Grab the corn.
So there's that vault.
Feels good to be effective. Oh man, they got all of my favorite whiskey in here. And a couple of whiskey bottles to go with it. Why not?
Skinny Malone and the rest of his boys are waiting for us somewhere. The name's, ironic, but don't let that fool you.
Okay.
He's dangerous. Another locked door. Shouldn't be too hard.
Not for Nicky. Okay, I think this is the one that has plot behind it.
Fat footsteps on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Once we step through this door, get ready for anything.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put on my charisma shit for no particular reason whatsoever. Oh, I guess my hat's already charisma shit. I forgot about that. Where is my charisma currently? Charisma is currently at 5. It can go higher. Do I have great ment hats? I do. Perfect. Well done, Lethal. Fish rods have gears. Oh, shit, you're right.
You come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
$36.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl? I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nikki. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this vault, I'm king of the castle. You hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh?
Hello.
Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out.
Convince her to leave. We'll try. It's orange.
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
I will kill you.
You're right! What am I doing? I've gotten all mixed up.
Darla, where are you going?
Home, Skinny. Where I should have been all this time. This is goodbye for us.
Oh, come on, Nikki. You cost me my men. Now you and your friend cost me my girl?
My friend here just did you a favor, Skinny. You always did have bad taste in women. Now that she's not around to feed that temper of yours, maybe you'll see sense and let us walk. You still owe me for 2 weeks in the hole.
You smug, overconfident ass. Get out of here! All right, you get to the count of 10. I still see your face after that. I'm gunning both of you down.
Okay. Let me put on my clothes. I might punch you. I might not. I know he does take a lot of damage, but we could definitely take him. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Another thing we really need to work on, folks. I know we have, like, better armor and everything, but our secondary armor that layers over the top is pretty trash at this point. Pretty trash. We need more stuff like this leg here that gives us, you know, like, reduces damage from humans by 15%. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. Bugs me that you can literally see through Nick whenever he turns his head. He's special.
Out of here, fast.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll let you have your old scuffle here with this guy. I've killed him in the past. This is actually the first time I've gotten her to leave. I've always failed before. Where the hell is Preston? Preston kills them all. I don't know where Preston is. I'm sure he'll be fine. And if he isn't, well, then he isn't. All I know is I need to go find a doctor to get rid of this addiction. The ridiculous Nicholas. He is pretty ridiculous. It's true. Warlord Mal currently is doing a playthrough. I think he calls it his Jet God playthrough. I'm not exactly... What am I looking for here? Intimate with the details of that playthrough. Last episode I watched, he was still around Sanctuary at the Red Rocket place. I like Nick though. His perk really isn't that great, but he's a good character.
Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Well, Ellie told me, your secretary.
Your secretary, Ellie. She sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean.